Hey, check this out. This is a 2026 Ram 2500 Black Express. Let's do a walk around of this. I'll tell you how it's driving in cold and snowy Detroit this morning. Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. I flew into a Ram event and they loaned me this bad boy. And you can hear it. The first clue, it's a Cummins. Let's check it out. So, the Black Express is the new package this year where they're offering a variety of upgrades, about $2,500 package. And I'll lower the camera down here so you can actually see it better. But we have 20-inch wheels. We have the monochromatic bumpers here, which is basically body color match bumpers. It comes in the Cummins or it comes in the Hemi. The Cummins adds about $12,000 depending on the price point. This is basically a tradesman that's got a fancier package. You can get it in a four-wheel drive or two-wheel drive. It comes crew cab with a 6-foot 4-inch bed. That is standard on this package for this. I swear I had the sticker for this, how much it costs. I cannot find it, so I may edit this video at home when I find it in my email, but I had some running boards here, because thank God for the running boards, because, yeah. I'd have a bit of a hard time getting in myself without the running boards. We have the mirrors, which is the towing mirrors, which they made a big deal about this year. I talked to the national sales leader about this. Sales leader, that sounds really impressive. I talked to a Ram guy about this, and he was really happy with the mirrors because they have this new setup here that allows them to have a light on it. You can control the convex down here. They fold in, and then you can control, like I said, the convex. So what he likes about it is you can control just not only the top mirror, but the convex mirror as well, and you can do it all from here, and they're heated too. See a little heat on both the regular mirror and the convex mirror. So that's a big deal for guys that are towing. I know for myself, I never seem like I set the convex right, and so I always got to pull over and take my hand out the window and smudge it all up. So that's nice. Then you have the light here, and there should be a light down below as well. So plenty of lighting in this mirror. That's technology these days. We have the black colored door handles, just the plastic door handles, no chrome matching there. Again, those black wheels. Let's rock on the back and then I'll get you inside. Looks like we have the bed step here. Yep, right there. That comes down with your foot, and then kind of hard to get in with that bumper though. Let me see if I can. Yeah, that's kind of a fail. I can't even get my shoe in there, so I'm not sure you get a boot in there either. That needs to come out a little more, so something they can work on for future upgrades. Here's our rear, and we have the parking sensors there along the bottom, which that's pretty nice. I don't like them in the bumper, so if you ding the bumper, you gotta replace the whole thing. Here you can just replace that piece down there. Seems like a little bit cheaper option, hopefully, if you crash or you drive into something, which happens a lot in the ranch and the farm life, but down below. I do wonder though, because they're down so low though, if you're gonna have any problems with say twigs or mud or anything down there. That's an interesting placement. One more add-in for the parking sensors. On the front, they're up a little bit higher. They're there, and there. So it makes you wonder why the ones are down in the back. Just maybe because of that plastic. This plastic's gotta be easier to replace than this whole bumper. So I can see it from a cost benefit there. From an owner, if you damage this, just replace this piece instead of the whole bumper if you hit something like this. But I do wonder in the back if those are too low to the ground. So I like it and I don't. We'll drop our tailgate here, not dampen at all. And then we have the plug-in 400 watts, 15 volts plug-in over there. And no spray and bed liner, no nothing. And then the tie downs there as well. Do I have any lights? No, I think I have the spot there for a light, but no lights in the bed. Okay. Luckily, make these things out of aluminum these days, or aluminium, which I just read a European news release on that. They say aluminum different than we do here in the States. We have the rear window, which I think is interesting. I've heard some comments lately that people want that gone because nobody uses it anyways. It's dumb. It's interesting. I see people in the summertime use it quite a bit. There you go. A little trivia for you guys in the comments. You can let me know. Do you use that window or not? We have the black here. This is all a black plastic interior, which is, you know what, I actually like because it's easy to wipe down and keep clean, especially for a work truck. And then, which is this, like I said, Tradesman with some features. So Tradesman is the work truck for Ram. That's a trim level. This folds up, storage down there, cup holders between your legs, some vents. Have any Ram box or anything? Nope, no secret bins. They have bins here for 1500, and I think they have them for the heavy duties as well. I call them bootlegger bins because you can put a nice whiskey bottle in there. Yeah, that's what I call them. Cloth seats, and yeah, just storage bin, that's it. Let's hop inside and take a look. Ooh, it's chilly this morning. Yeah, we have the auto down for both the driver and passenger. I like that. I use the auto for driver quite a bit. There's the controls there for the rear and locks. Let's see. Our payload is a staunch 3,149 pounds. So a lot of payload there. I'll see if I can't get the towing numbers on there as well, and rear axle ratio. We have the manual seat adjustment there. Lighting there. Our steering wheel. There's our dash. I will attempt to get in gracefully, so that way you guys aren't going crazy watching this. Okay, inside the truck I have the column shifter, start button there, two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive high, four-wheel drive auto. There's some plugins for USBs down there, and then we have the exhaust brake, tow haul, parking sensors on and off. I have CarPlay pulled up, but go back to the home page. I have trailer brake gain there. There is our display. This I feel like is a smaller screen. This is more like a 12-inch screen. I know it sounds weird to say, but they have a even bigger screen. I have a Ram RHO at home, and the screen's even bigger than this. But easy to flip through the controls. I've used this quite a bit. It'll switch here in a minute. Some people call this really laggy. I don't know. Maybe it takes a minute to warm up. Now it's going through stuff. So, different dashboard, off-road paging, tow and hauling pages, and different settings for everything in the cabin, and then some quick controls for like mirror, dim air, rear view camera. So the rear view camera, that's it in this, and that's federally mandated, so that's what you're gonna get. I have a spot there for some storage, glove box down there. I have, this is a bench seat that folds up, storage in there as well. Move my pop can this morning. Trying to wake up, had a long travel day yesterday. And this comes up there, and then I have a seating down there. Okay, so that is that interior. Oh, and I have the digital rear view mirror turned on, but you can just use a regular mirror or a digital one. I like this a lot in the wintertime, especially this lighting here, it just kind of bugs my eyes, so I like it with that. There is our control for that window I talked about, whether or not you use that rear window, and then lighting there as well. So this guy, with all of this, with cruise control, adaptive cruise, I believe that as well. Gear limits, so you can, when you're shifting, like going towing, and then your controls for the screens there. So it's been a quick test drive, really. I've had this for I don't know, maybe an hour now. I've been driving around. I got in late last night, got in like 11, or got in actually 10:30. Got this, drove to the hotel at 11. Highway speeds on I-25 or what are we, 75 out here? I can't remember. I get them all confused. And then I drove around town. I drove on the lovely Michigan roads. And I say that I like the Ram heavy-duty trucks as their ride quality better than I like Ford. I like them, but they're just a little too stiff for me, especially without weight in the bed. They're a really good work truck, though, with the weight in here. I don't know if I feel kind of me. Let's see, 13.7. So this is interesting. This is 13.7 for 1,801 miles. So that means not just me, but a bunch of other journalists have had this and doing reviews on it. So 13.7, that's, I don't know. I think you probably do a lot better if you just reset that, drove normally, and did some highway driving. That, to me, looks like some journalists like myself idling here and doing videos. So just keep that one in mind. But that's what it shows on the screen. So I like Ram trucks. I know people are like, Dodge and Ram, and they've been unreliable for years, but that hasn't been the case the last several years. As I've been reporting on it, they've gotten better and better and better. And you got the Cummins, you got the 8-speed ZF transmission, which fixed their transmission issues. There's people saying there's an issue with the lifters in the Cummins. We have a video on that in this channel. I have a video on the new Cummins with the engineer on this channel, so make your own decision there on what you think of those issues. Beyond that, I haven't heard a whole lot else on the heavy duties. So that's what I got for you in this video. Just a quick walk around, quick couple 2 seconds take on driving and stuff like that. Nothing too extensive because I'm driving to the event and I'm driving back to the hotel, then I'm driving to the airport, flying home. That's what I'm doing these couple days in Detroit. So really quick trip, and yeah, just driving this around a little bit. So let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Is this something you'd be looking for, or something you'd want more from? More features, more bucket seats, more chrome, whatever. Let me know. Be curious. Also check out our website at pickuptrucktalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.